we have solved some problems of basic concept of chemistry of NCERT book. Now we are going to solve some more problems of this chapter. The next question that was asked in NCERT is question number 1.14. This question is telling that what is the SI unit of mass? SI unit of mass is what? And how it is defined? How it is defined? It is a theoretical question. SI unit of mass is kg, kilogram. SI unit of mass is kilogram. And 1 kilogram is defined as mass of the platinum iridium block prototype that is kept at IUPAC, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry office in France. 1 kg is defined as mass of platinum iridium block, that is prototype that has been taken as reference to measure the mass of each substance that has been kept at IUPAC office in France. Question number 1.15. In this question, you have to match the micro, deca, nano, mega, giga, femto. It is very easy question. Micro means 10 to the power minus 6. Deca means 10 to the power 10, simply 10, not 10 to the power 10. Mega means 10 to the power 6. Giga means 10 to the power 9. And femto means 10 to the power minus 15. 10 to the power minus 15. These are the questions that have been given. Micro, deca, mega, giga, femto. These are the questions given. Question number 1.16. What do you mean by significant figure? Significant figure. Significant figure represent significant figure of any measurement represent certain figure and uncertain figure of measurement. Certain figure which is fixed in each reading and uncertain figure which is the digit present at last decimal place which is predicted by the person who is doing measurement. Certain figure and uncertain figure of any measurement is called significant figure. Significant figure of measurement. When any measurement is done, it certainly includes certain figure and uncertain figure. For a measurement to be complete, certain figure and uncertain figure both should be present, and both are combinedly known as certain figure and uncertain figure are combinedly known as significant figure of the measurement. Question number 1.17. This question is: a sample of drinking water was found to be severely contaminated with chloroform, supposed to be a carcinogenic in nature. The level of contamination was 15 ppm. Water is contaminated with CaCl3 and that is taken as 15 ppm. ppm has 15 ppm concentration is given as 15. What is the mass percent? A is mass percent of chloroform CaCl3. So mass percent will be equal to mass of chloroform CaCl3 divided by mass of solution into 100. So this will be equal to 15 divided by ppm means 15 gram in 10 to the power 6 gram solution. That is the definition of ppm. X ppm means x gram in 10 to the power 6 gram. That will have 6 to the power 6 into 100. You will have 15 into 10 to the power minus 4%. Now B is determine the molality of chloroform in water sample. Molality can be simply calculated as number of mole of solute divided by weight of solvent. If you take it in gram, that you will have multiply by 1000. So 15 gram is here. You can write the molecular weight of CaCl3, that is going to be equal to 15, 35.5 into 5 means 71 and 35.5, that will equal to 0.5, 1, 2. That will equal to 121.5 divided by 10 to the power 6 into, you can easily written as 10 to the power 6 because if we subtract 15, here it is given as mass of solvent, but I am taking a mass of solution, but this will make no difference almost because in 10 to the power 6 gram if you subtract 15 gram you will get the mass of solvent, but mass of solvent you can easily understand that 10 to the power 6 gram is almost mass of solvent here because subtracting 15 gram from 10 to the power 6 gram doesn't change the mass of solution by a significant amount, 10 to the power 3, and that will be 15 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 121.5 m. This is the molality of the solution. Easy formula based questions are these. The next question is, we have to write down 1.18 scientific notation. We have to use scientific notation for these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here it is given as 0.0048. Here it is given as 234,000. Here it is given at 8008, 500.0, 6.0012. Now you can calculate it as, you have to write scientific notation. Probably you are knowing that scientific notation has a form of n into 10 to the power n, where n is a number starting from 1 and less than 10, and n is an integer. N is a integer, n integer coordinate. So we have to first convert these numbers in between 1 and 10. So we'll have 4.8 and decimal is shifted 3 times here, so you will have to take 10 to the power minus 3. Now you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 point, you have to move the decimal left side, that will have 10 to the power 5. Here we will have 8.008 into 10 to the power 3. Here you have 5.000 into 10 to the power 2. And here you will have 6.0012 into 10 to the power 0. You don't have to shift the decimal place because the number is already in between 1 to 10. So these are the representation or in scientific notation. Question number 1.19. We have to calculate the significant figure in each of the following. 0.0025. Second number is 208. Third number is 5005. Fourth number is 126000. and fifth number is 500.0 and sixth number is 2.0034. These are the numbers. Significant figure. You should know that all non-zero digits are taken as significant figure. 0, in case of 0, if it is leading 0, then it is not counted as significant figure. It is leading 0. Zeros before all zero number are leading 0. So significant figure are 2 significant figure. This has 3. Captive 0 is always counted as significant figure. This has 4 significant figure. These are trailing 0. Trailing 0 are counted as significant figure only if the number has decimal place. Here you have no decimal place, so these have only 3 significant figure. Here you can see that trailing 0 with decimal place. You have to consider it as significant figure. Now you will have 2.0034. You will have 5 significant figure. 1.19. Now question number 1.20. 1.20 question is rounding. We have to do rounding to up to 3 significant figure. 3 significant figure number we have to make by rounding. By rounding we have to make 3 significant figure. This is first option is 34.216. Second is 10.4107. Third is 0.04597 and fourth is 2808. We have to do rounding these numbers and limit these numbers to 3 significant figure. If we do this one by rounding, first of all, rounding is done 1 by 1. So you have to round the 6. If you round 6, the previous number will be increased by 1. Now this has 4 significant figures, so you can round this one as 34.2. This is the correct rounding. You have 3 significant figure here. For rounding, you should know that if a digit greater than 5 has to round off, previous digit is increased by 1. If a digit less than 5 has to be round off, previous digit is decreased by 1. Previous digit remains same. Not decreased by 1. And if you have to round the number 5, then it depends on the previous digit that it will increase or remain same. If it is an odd number, it will be increased. If it is an even number, it will remain same. So you will have 10 point, you have to round this one 411. Now you have to round this one 10.41, and now you have to round this one 4.1. That is 3 significant figure. Now you have to round this one. So you will have 0.045459. You have to round this one, so you have to increase by 1. If you increase it by 1, you will have 4.60. Now you have 3 significant here. 3 significant figure is present here. These zeros are not taken as significant figure, never taken as significant figure, leading 0. And trailing 0, if decimal place is present, then it is taken as significant figure. So here 3 significant figure here. Now you will have to round this one to, first of all I am converting it into scientific notation 2.808. You will have 4 significant figure, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am rounding this one. So you will have 8, and it is 8. You have to I am rounding 8 digit 8. So I have to increase the previous digit by 1, and so you have 3 significant figure. So in this way you can easily calculate significant figure by rounding off. In this question we have to convert all these numbers into 3 significant number by rounding of these numbers. The next question is question number 1.21. Question number 1.21. 1.21, it is told that from the following data obtained, when dioxygen and dinitrogen react together from different compound, mass of dinitrogen, that is N2, mass of dioxygen, that is O2. First option is 14 gram, here it is reacting with 16 gram. Second option is 14 gram, that is reacting with 32 gram. Third option is 28 gram, that is reacting with 32 gram. And fourth option is 28 gram, that is reacting with 80 gram. You can easily calculate its mole. This is half mole, this is half mole, this is 1 mole, this is 1 mole. This is half mole, this is 1 mole, this is 1 mole, and this is 5 by 2 mole, I think. 16 by 5, this is 5 by 2 mole. So if you write the formula here, in question it has told that which law of chemical combination is obeyed by the above experimental data. Give it a statement. Which law of chemical combination is used in this formula. So you can easily write it formula as N half O half, that will be equal to simply I think mass of N2 half mole of N2. So the formula will be equal to simply NO, because mole of N2 is here, mole of N2 is half, so mole of N is equal to 1, mole of O2 is half, mole of O will be equal to 1. Here we will have N and then you will equal to O2. Here we will have N2 and O2, and here we will have N2 and O5. These are the formula of compound that have been formed. You can easily see that by using these formula, the law of chemical combination. Which law of chemical combination is satisfied by here? Law of multiple proportion. Law of multiple proportion, which tells that if two or more elements combine together to form two or more compounds, then mass ratio of second element, which is combined with fixed mass of first element, is always in simplest whole number ratio. This is the law of chemical combination that is satisfied by this formula. You can easily see that mass ratio, if we take mass of N2 as fixed, mass of N2 as 14 gram in each case, then first case, each case, the mass of oxygen in first case, mass of oxygen in second case, mass of oxygen in third case, mass of oxygen in fourth case. You will have 16 is to 32 is to 28 gram is combining with 32, so to 14 gram is combining with 16, 14 gram is combining with 40. So we'll have 1 is to 2 is to 1 is to, and now you will have 5 by 2. So you will have 2 is to 4 is to 2 is to 5, simplest whole number ratio. Whole number ratio. This is the law of multiple proportion, which tells that when two or more elements combine together to form two or more compounds, when two elements combine together to form two or more compounds, then mass ratio of that element which combined with fixed mass of first element is always in simplest whole number ratio. So this is the law of chemical combination that was satisfied by this data. This is the A part. Now there is B part also. B part, in B part we have to fill the blanks. 1 kilometer, first option is 1 kilometer is equal to millimeter, and that is going to be equal to picometer. Second option, 1 milligram is equal to kg, watt kg, and this is equal to nanogram. Now you will have third option, 1 milliliter is equal to liter, and now you will have decimeter cube. 1 kilometer is equal to watt millimeter. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter, and 1000 meter has again 1000 millimeter, so 10 power 6 millimeter. If you take it as picometer, so picometer means 10 power minus 12 meter, so 10 to the power minus 1 kilometer will be equal to, you can easily say that 1 picometer is equal to 10 power minus 12 meter. So if you multiply 1 meter is equal to 10 power 12. So this is equal to 10 power 15 picometer. 1 milligram, 1 gram is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 kg. So 1 milligram is equal to 10 power minus 6 kg. And you have to relate milligram in nanogram. So 10 to the power minus 3 gram is equal to 10 to the power minus 9 gram. This is the answer. So if we took it as x, that will be equal to 10 to the power 6 nanogram. You can easily see that milligram is 10 to the power minus 3 gram. Nanogram is 10 to the power minus 9 gram. So what should be the number multiplied in nanogram so that we can get milligram? That will be equal to 10 to the power 6. 1 milliliter is equal to liter. That will be equal to 10 to the power minus 3 liter. And now you can easily see that liter and decimeter cube are same in it. Liter and decimeter cube are same in it because 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liter and 1 meter cube will be equal to 1000 decimeter cube. So liter and decimeter cube are same units. So these are the options. You have to simply convert the unit. Question number 1.22. Question number 1.22 is speed of light is given as 3 × 10⁸ meter per second. In 2 nanosecond, distance traveled by light is what? So speed is equal to simply distance by time. Now here we have 10⁸ meter per second. You will have distance traveled 2 nanosecond. 2 nanosecond to 10⁻⁹ minus 9 second. So distance traveled by light will be equal to 3 × 10⁸ into 2 × 10⁻⁹ minus 9. That will be equal to 0.6 meter. That will equal to 0.6 meter. This is the distance traveled by light. Question number 1.23. 1.23 is in a reaction A plus B2 gives B2. A plus B2 is giving AB2. This is the question. We have to identify limiting reagent in each case. First of all, 300 atoms of A plus 200 molecules of B. B2. Which one is limiting reagent? Clearly 200 molecules of limiting reagent. You can easily see that reaction is balanced given. So limiting reagent is that reagent which is completely consumed. Completely consumed. And which is given in less amount than required amount. You should remember it that less amount means required amount less than required amount. Not you cannot directly compare amount of this one, amount of this one. If you have to calculate the amount of B2 required to react with given amount of A. If it is less, then it will limiting reagent. If this is less, this is limiting reagent. So limiting reagent can be easily calculated in this way. You can also calculate limiting reagent. I have already discussed this problem, this type of problem. You can calculate the amount of AB2 form by each of the reactant. That reactant which will give lower amount of product is taken as limiting reagent. That reactant which will give lower amount of product can be taken as limiting reagent. So option A, as you can see that you have 200 molecules. 200 divided by Avogadro number. Here you will have 300 divided by Avogadro number. So less amount is present for B2. So first option B2 is limiting reagent. Second option is taken as, here I am writing down, this question is written here. Second question, 2 mole of A plus 3 mole of B. 3 moles of B means 3 by 2 moles of B2. Now, if you look at the limiting reagent, here it is 2 mole to react B2, completely react with B2, mole of B2 required is 2 mole. But mole of B2 is given as 3/2 mole. So this is the, this implies that limiting reagent is B2. Because less amount than required amount. You should not confused with less amount. I am always using less amount than required amount. Here, since coefficients are same, then you can simply see them, simply see the amount of substance given, amount of reactant given. But you should remember that in calculation of limiting, you have to always compare the reactant with given amount and required amount. Third option is 100 atoms of A plus 100 molecules of B2. This is written as B, it is not B, this is B2. So these are, both are limiting reagent. Both are A and B2, both are limiting reagent. Third option as I have written. Fourth option is 5 mole of A plus 2.5 mole of B. 2.5 mole of B means 2.5 mole of B means 2.5 divided by 2 mole of B2. So this is the limiting reagent. B2 will be act as limiting reagent. B2 will act as limiting reagent here because B2 is given in lower amount than the given amount. Question number 5 is 2.5 mole of A plus 5 mole of B. 5 mole of B means 5/2 mole of B2. Means both are given in equal amount, and you are simply seeing that 1 mole of A react with 1 mole of B2. So 2.5 mole of A react with 2.5 mole of B2. So A and B2 both are limiting reagent. So limiting reagent can be easily calculated. Assume any species as limiting reagent and calculate the weight of product. That species which will give lowest amount of product will be taken as limiting reagent. First method. Second method, assume anyone as limiting reagent and calculate the weight of other reactant that is required, weight or mole, you can simply calculate mole, mole of other reactant that is required to react with the given amount of one species. If the given amount of other species is less than required amount, then that species is limiting reagent. And if it is given in excess amount, then that species that we have assumed as limiting reagent is the correct limiting reagent. Remember that there are two methods by which you can calculate limiting reagent. First method is calculate the amount of product. That reactant which will give lowest amount of product will taken as limiting reagent. Second method is assume anyone as limiting reagent and calculate the required amount of other reactant that will completely react with reactant. If required amount of other species is less than given amount, if required amount of that species is less than given amount, then your assumption is correct, the species is taken as limiting reagent. And if required amount is more than given amount, means given amount of other species is less than required amount, then that species, other species will be taken as limiting reagent. Next question is question number 1.24. Question number 1.24, which tells that dinitrogen N2 plus H2 reacts to form NH3. If you balance this reaction, you will have this one, all are gases. Calculate the mass of ammonia produced by using 2 in 10 power 3 gram of N2 and 1 in 10 power 3 gram of H2. This is the first question. Will any of two reactant remain unreacted, if yes, what will be the output mass? Since amount of both reactants are given, we have to calculate the limiting reagent of the reaction first. So weight given is this one. So mole is given as 2,000 divided by 28, and here you will have 1,000 divided by 2. So we can directly calculate limiting reagent by reacting it with other species. Assume you can also, there are two methods. First method, I am writing both methods. First method, by POSE on nitrogen, 2 into mole of nitrogen N2 will be equal to 1 into mole of NH3. You will have 2 into 2000 by 28 will be equal to 1 into mole of NH3, and that is going to be equal to 1000 divided by 7 mole of NH3. By POSE on hydrogen, 2 into mole of hydrogen will be equal to 3 into mole of NH3. Means 2 into mole, this is equal to 1000 divided by 2, this is equal to 3 into mole of NH3. So you will have mole of NH3 as 1000 divided by 3. If you take which one is less, this is less, this is more. This implies that N2 is limiting reagent. This is the first way. N2 is limiting reagent. N2 will act as limiting reagent. This is the first method. If N2 is limiting reagent, then weight of H2 reacted, or you can say that weight of H2 reacted, mole of H2 reacted, first we have to calculate. Mole of H2 reacted will be equal to, if it is reacting as 1 mole, this will react at 3 moles. So if it is reacting at 2000 divided by 28, then reaction of H2 will be equal to into 3. That is equal to 6000 divided by 28 mole. So this is the weight mole of, this is the mole of H2 reacted. Okay? Then after mole of H2 remained will be equal to, given mole is 1000 by 2, and now you have reacted 6000 divided by 28. So we will have 28, here we will have 14 minus 6, that will be equal to 8000. This is the mole of H2 remained. Mass of H2 remained will be equal to, simply equal to 8000 divided by 28 into 2 gram, and that will be equal to 1000 divided by 3.5 gram. That is the mass that can be, that is remained for H2. So this is the first method by which you can easily determine the limiting reagent. I have calculated the mass of product by each of these two reactants, and I have seen which reactant is giving less amount of product form. That species which will give less amount of product form will act as limiting reagent. This is the first method. There is second method also, which I can easily show you. Second method is this one. Mole is given. Assume any one as limiting reagent. Assume N2 as limiting reagent, or you can easily assume H2 as limiting also. Assume any one as limiting reagent. So if N2 is limiting reagent, so mole reacted will be equal to 2000 divided by 28, and here we will have 3 into 2000 divided by 28. So mole remained will be equal to, clearly N2, since N2 is limiting and mole remained will be equal to 2000 divided by 28 minus 2000 divided by 28, that will have 0. That species which will limiting and will remain as 0. And now you will have 1000 divided by 2 minus 6000 divided by 28. Now you will have 28, and now you will have 8000. This is positive. And if positive, if amount remained of other species, amount or mole remained of other species is positive, then our assumption is correct. Assumption of limiting range is correct. And if it is coming negative, then our assumption of limiting range is incorrect. We have N2 will be not limiting range, so S2 will be limiting range. This is the method. Assume any species as limiting reagent and calculate by using a stoichiometry, calculate the mole reactant. Then after calculate mole remained, if amount of other species will be positive, then that species that we have assumed as limiting is correct assumption. And if it is coming negative, then our assumption is wrong. N2, if that is the case, if amount of mole of H2 remained will be coming negative, then we have to take N2 as not as limited but S2 as limited. Here in this question you can easily see that I have assumed N2 as limited. If N2 is reacting 2000 divided by 28, then S2 will be react as 3 times 2000 divided by 28, because with 1 mole of N2 and S2 is reacted as 3 mole. With 1 mole of N2, 3 mole of S2 is reacting. So 2000 divided by 28 mole of N2, 3 into 2000 divided by 28 mole of S2 will react. In this way you can easily calculate the limiting reagent of the reaction, and then we have calculated the mole of H2 remained. So mole of H2 remained, then mass of H2 remained can be calculated.